my goodness, yes, it's Accordion Cool, and I'm Coach Dave. As far as I know, I don't think either one of those things have changed. Well, today's show is going to be just a little different. If you are a regular watcher, and I hope you are, you probably realize through the years that, well, you know, Coach Dave doesn't play many, if any, waltzes. And, well, there's just kind of a personal, I mean, there's nothing wrong with waltzes. They're nice to see people minuetting around, and, you know, there's, but, you know, you can't kind of go a little crazy with waltzes. You know, it's they're too pristine and pretty. So what I've done, and what I've done for years, is any song that was originally written as a waltz, I just do it 4/4. Why not? Why not? So the first one was Around the World, 1956 movie called Around the World in 80 days, actually, and it was written as a waltz. And it was originally actually just written as an instrumental for the movie. So that was Around the World in 4/4 time. Now this next song, I actually heard on the radio several years ago in 4/4 times. Wow, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. And it's called Lara's Theme, which is the love theme from the movie Dr. Zhivago, 1965. So all you purists out there, you know, I'm sorry, but that's, you know, my show, my rules. So here's Lara's Theme, Dr. Zhivago in 4/4 time. Somewhere My Love, or Lara's theme, or a love theme from Dr. Zhivago. Take your pick. Call it anything you want. Well, this next song, I was on a gig a few years ago, I guess, and one of the ladies that worked at the place where I was playing came over and said, "Can you play Moon River?" And I says, "Well," I says, "I can." I says, "But you may not like the way I play it." She says, "Oh no," she says, "I love that song. I don't care how you play it, if you just play it." So I said, "Okay, you asked for it." And afterwards she said she really liked it. So I guess maybe there's a spot for these waltzes in 4/4 time. Of course, Moon River came from Breakfast at Tiffany's, a movie, 1961, written by Henry Mancini. So if Henry gets a chance to see this show, he'll probably be spinning in his grave, but that's all right, Henry, don't worry about it. So, Little Moon River, here we go. Moon River. Sorry, Henry, but you know that's where it goes. And lucky for Henry Mancini, because this next tune was also written by Henry Mancini. Came from a 1963 movie. I guess he just didn't learn. 1963. The movie was called Charade. Charade. It was like a chick flick mystery. You know, it was a romantic comedy with a mystery flair. I think they were in South Dakota at the presidents there. You know, I think a lot of it took place there. If I recall correctly, somebody was climbing up and down. I don't know, but it was a long time ago. Like I said, 1963. So, Henry Mancini, you get a second chance. Here we go. movie of the same name. No, the movie wasn't called the same name. The movie was called, sure, never mind. Anyway, okay, now this next song, I'm sure I'm going to really be breaking some hearts on this one, and I may even insult the whole state, but hey, sorry, I'm not sure if our show gets seen in Tennessee, but this song, I refer it to the Tennessee Not a Waltz. Yes, that's the song. Big, big, big hit. 1948 it was written, and I forget who sang it way back then. But a young lady named Patti Page came upon the scene in 1950, and she did the Tennessee Waltz. So we're going to do the Tennessee Not a Waltz. Now I'm going to try to play more of a kind of a country bass in this, so it's a lot simpler, and so because it's simpler, then sometimes I get, but don't worry about it. Here we go. Tennessee Not a Waltz. I also believe that that became the state song of the state of Tennessee. I doubt very much anybody in Tennessee has played it quite like that. We've been in Tennessee several times, and I've played there a few times. I don't think I've done that song there. That's probably why they didn't banish us from the state. Well, we're getting down towards the end of our time today, and the song that started this whole idea of playing waltzes in 4/4 time was written around, I believe it was 1953, and it was called In Other Words. In Other Words. Now, anybody out there who is under the age of 60 has never heard this song played as a waltz, or In Other Words, because some guy named, I can never think of this guy's name, he wasn't very well known, Sinatra, yeah, Frank Sinatra. 1964, Frankie took this song, and of course did it in 4/4 time, little up-tempo type thing. And word on the street is that a lot of that had to do with a lot of the Apollo moon landings in that era, that section of time. And so, of course, the tune then became "Fly Me to the Moon," which I guess was appropriate. So, so a little "Fly Me to the Moon," Frankie style, 1964. The first one. Oh, by the way, yeah, one day I remember. I think it was the first time Corey Pesatoro was here. He's sitting over here beside me. We did this tune, and I did that introduction, and I'm listening, and I hear very faintly some music coming from my left side, and he was trying to play "Fly Me to the Moon" in 3/4 time, and he says, "Wow," he says, "that's strange." So see, you're under 60, you've never heard it any other way. So here we go, "Fly Me to the Moon." To the Moon, 1964, Frank Sinatra. The words in the song, they're still, in other words, those words are still in the song, but not the title. In other words, is long gone. Well, hope you enjoyed our little different show here today, but kind of gives you a little insight on kind of what I do. And of course, that last song is one of my favorite tunes, and I play it on all my gigs, so it's a favorite of a lot of people, I think. So, well, thank you all for watching, listening, tuning in, however you get our show. And of course, we have our vast studio audience here. Richard came in today to watch the taping, and thank you so much for coming in. And of course, can't do this show without a big thanks to the big guy behind the glass. And as I say every week, if I sound good, that's on him. If I sound bad, well, there was probably something wrong with the instrument. I can't figure whatever else it could be. So thank you all for watching. We're going to take it home. Oh, I don't know. Let's do a little more of How about Fly Me to the Moon?